Hey guys, wanted to get this video out to you guys. Let's do our daily price action review. But before we do that, reminder, please make sure you go to the right website, HODLtoken.net. Again, HODLtoken.net. Make sure you go to the right website, and so this way you don't get scammed into giving away your tokens. So make sure you go to the right website. And before I begin, I want to remind everyone to make sure you go to you migrate over to version 2. HODL 2.0, that's where all the benefits are right now. If you're still at 1.0 or just the original one, you are not getting your benefits, with especially the new features and everything else. So make sure you migrate over. And so anyway, so looking at like where we are. So we didn't get the first dump in terms of the reward pool from the exchange. So I'm keeping an eye out for that. I wanted to get this video out. If there is a change and we get that updated, I'll update the video. I'll send an update out with the change in the reward pool amount. But this is what we're watching for. This is the change that we want to see. The day one was a short day of trading, but still we want to see the impact of day one, and then day two looks like it's going to be a lot better than day one because it's a full day of trading. So we want to see this grow. We're also seeing the reserve pool grow as well, so which is good to see that. But overall, yeah, so far so good. Now let's scroll down to see how our investments are going. So because price went down, and we'll get to that as well. So our one BNB is worth a lot more HODL token right now, and so that would be close to about 10 billion tokens right now. And so I'm not gonna lie, I took advantage of this today. Took a little bit of a nibble into this to get more. So I'm doing pretty well there. And so right now, as it stands right now with the BNB pool the way it is, it's about 385 days. Again, that's based on the size of the BNB pool. But we know that with the Fibonacci, it's a smaller amount in which the return on investment is really based on, or that your daily rewards that you're claiming is based on that lower threshold in regards to the Fibonacci pool. I think it was like either 70 or 75, but that's what a real reward is based on. So when you log in for your rewards, what you see is only based on, I think it's like 70 or 75 BNBs. So that's where we are there. So now let's jump into the markets, right? Let's look at what the markets are doing. So let's start off with Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, again, since what was it, the weekend, started showing us that it was motivated into changing its trend, and so we said, hey, it had to get above this point, and then after that, really break through this area, and then go up to the 40,000, and then see what happens. We always say we want to see a push up, right? And so we did that. We said after that push, we should expect a pullback, right? We saw that, and then now what we want to see is we want to see volume and conviction to really break through. So that's what we want to see. We know we're going to get challenged again right around here. And so we want to be able to overcome that. So that's the test that Bitcoin has right now. It needs to prove that it really wants to change that trend. And if you see, we have the SMAs and the super trend all in the right direction. And now it's just the volume and momentum needing to kind of go through and break through that. So we'll continue to watch that. Now on the BNB side, yes, we are still somewhat of a short-term upwards trend, looking to trend higher. So we have this resistance here that we need to overcome. And so we'll watch out for that as well. So we need to get above the 337.38 and close to around the 340, 45-ish. So this is what we need to kind of break through. You want to see this breakthrough. The same thing, what we say in the Bitcoin. You want to see BNB break through this resistance, and then want to see it pull back, right? Pull back to test it, and then to take off and go to highs, right? So that's what you want to see from a pattern standpoint. All right, and then so that's what BNB is doing. So overall, everything is looking up, And here we are at HODL. All right, so what is going on with us? What is going on here? We had a massive pullback. So let's look at it in 4 hours. We still don't have enough um, time for the 4 hours to really be meaningful for us. So we're going to go to the 1 hour. And then even the 1 hour is somewhat limited. So we'll try to go to the 30 minutes. And let's set up in the 30 minutes to look at what are we seeing from a trend, SMA, and our ability to be able to see what the trends are telling us. So um, let's go and see. So we are currently, since yesterday, ever since this big sell-off in a downwards trend. And so what we were able to do yesterday is really pull back to the SMA. But unfortunately, we were not able to stay above this SMA. And then if you see, price got rejected and came all the way down and wrote it all down. So what we are looking for today is we are really looking for a close above this SMA line. We really want to be able to take this and run price up and close above the 31, let's call it 31, to be able to kind of really say that we are trying to change the trend. And so a close up here will allow us to then be able to kind of say, okay, so what we want to see is we want to see price go above the SMA line. We want to see price come back and test the SMA line and then ride the SMA line all the way up and get the price to be able to do that. So that's what we're looking for, a push up, pull back, and then take off. So that's what we want to see. I did take an opportunity to pick up more token today because I saw price creating somewhat of a support down here. And I love to buy at support. So on one of my other accounts, I picked up a little bit. For the YouTube channel, I did not pick up any tokens for the channel. So I kept the balance where it's at because if you remember, while we were in the our buy zone, I pulled several weeks in. I think I pulled four. I'm up to 4 months, 4 weeks ahead of where my allowance would be for this account on a weekly investment. But that doesn't mean that if there's not another buying opportunity, I'm not going to take advantage of it. But for right now, I definitely am watching. On my other account, I am a little bit more free on that one, but this one I want to manage it to the plan that I have compared to the other account, which is a different plan. So what do I like about this pullback? This pullback for me was something that we knew we should know that was coming. We were up 300%. And so we had a nice pullback, a lot of profit taking, right? Folks, that would, just look at the wall and say, hey, this is a great opportunity to take profit. But if you look at this, we pretty much went the same path with the other, with the whole market, right? So the market took a dive yesterday, and we were part of that dive. So BNB took a dive around that, and Bitcoin took a dive around that, and they're starting to build. And so I don't want you guys to worry about this dive that we took because it feels like some folks are scared. But listen, this is the name of the game. We sometimes don't move with the market, and sometimes we do move with the market. And there was a lot of whales and stuff getting out, but I think it's a great opportunity because it creates a new buying opportunity for folks, and I took advantage of it as well myself today. So, but what we want to see is we want to see buying come back, and we want to see things shift to the upwards position, so start trending upwards. So overall, not too concerned with this pullback. We're going to continue to watch and see what happens throughout the day. But yeah, it created a nice little buying opportunity. But yesterday, what I was saying about this, I really love the fact that we had this dump, and then we had this price run back up, and then up to this point, and then it turned over. So not enough to keep it going back up, but definitely like the fact that we rebounded there. And so I want to see more of these. And now it's really looking for the buying opportunities to kind of come in and see what happens. All right, so now let's go talk about the exchanges. And so these are the two pairs on the exchanges. And so let's take a look at what we really care about. Yes, we had a really strong downward price action in regards to our trading, right? So the first, I would say, first day has been down, downwards trending, and so we are going to kind of see what happens over the next few days, but we want to see price turn around and start making more favorable price action. So we'll continue to watch that. But right now, still need a little bit more data than just one day's worth of data to kind of be able to kind of really start to work the charts here. But we're going to continue to monitor and look at that and see what happens. But what we care about is really about volume, right? So volume is king, and so what impacts us is volume. And so when you look at day two looks really good. Day two, you're looking at a volume of 6 trillion on. That's impressive. 6 trillion compared to yesterday was 1.6. Wow, 6.2 trillion. And when you look at over here, wow, that's pretty nice. That's a lot of volume. And when you look here, 5.7 trillion. That is amazing for just those two. 6 and 5, that's 11 trillion, close to 12 trillion in terms of volume. So that is what we want to see. That is amazing. So we'll continue to monitor that. And once the website gets updated, we'll definitely bring you that information. But so it is great to see the impacts of the exchanges are starting to kind of be seen in the volume. But now let's see it in the terms of the reward pool with the BNB. So we'll continue to watch that. I hope you like this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Can't wait to till the next one to let you guys know how things are going. Thank you for watching.